many people around the world, including me. I'm very proud to be here with my colleague Sonia Basurko. She was one of the 3 commissioners of the Commission of Inquiry. We came from different continents and different legal backgrounds and different disciplines, but we got on very well together. We worked very hard together, and we produced an outstanding report together, and my job tonight is to convince you of that fact. I'm very glad to be here with Professor Murphy, and I'm looking forward to his observations on the issue of crimes against humanity, which is a very important core element of the report of the Commission. What I intend to do is to talk on the lessons basically that I learned in the exercise on North Korea, then to turn to the issue of the international crime of genocide and of crimes against humanity, which were posed by the evidence that we had. And finally, I'll turn to the road ahead and where we go from here with the report of the Commission of Inquiry. All of this in about half an hour. That's what I've got, and that's what I'll give. And then maybe even shorter time so that we can have time for questions. Now, the Commission of Inquiry was established back in May 2013, and it's the only United Nations COI that was created without a vote. So many were the reports that were coming in of horrible circumstances in North Korea that ultimately the Human Rights Council decided to create the Commission of Inquiry, which is a stepping up of the response of the international community. For many years there had been a special rapporteur on human rights violations in North Korea. The first such rapporteur was Professor Vitit Munterborn, a distinguished professor of international law in Thailand, and he had not been able to persuade the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, North Korea, to let him into the country to investigate the reports of abuses. And he was then succeeded by Marzuki Darusman, who had been the Prosecutor General, then the Attorney General of Indonesia, a practicing lawyer, and he and Professor Munterborn decided that they were getting nowhere and that they needed to have a new technique to deal with the issues of human rights in North Korea. And so they recommended, or ultimately Mr. Darusman recommended, the creation of a COI, and that was what was done, and as I've said, it was done without a vote. We set to work, we had to produce our report in approximately 7 months. That was what was left to us, and we had to produce it by January of 2014 so that it could be translated into the United Nations languages, and so it was. It was brought in within budget, on time, unanimous. That's what we like in the law. Straightforward, one opinion. It's a little long, the opinion, but it deals with a mandate that we had with 9 subheadings, and all of them are dealt with. And here it is, this is the report. If I can say so, it's very readable. Some of the problems that arise from United Nations reports is that they, and I'm sure no Irishman would ever be guilty of this, they are turgid. They are written in the passive voice and they're basically unreadable. And we set about to make our report user-friendly, accessible, understandable and readable, and I think we succeeded. You can get it online. by going to the United Nations website, and it's all there in the UN languages, and here it is.